Hey everyone, I just wanted to make this quick announcement that I am opening the doors of Mastering the Game of Allyship. About 2 months ago, it sounds like, sort of on the heels of the increased unrest and George Floyd's murder by the police, I put together this program kind of as an experiment to offer people the opportunity to really learn how to master the game of allyship. And I've learned a whole lot, and I wanted to share that to you as I sort of invite you into this process again. As you can see from the title of this video, what I really want to explore is the paradox of allyship. When I created this course, I really was called to make something that could be used kind of year round, that could be used in any context where someone wants to be an ally for someone else. And so I really had to explore the concept of allyship and what is it, why are people so reluctant to do it, and a paradox emerged, a really big one, which is around the belief that doing good must be hard. Now, this is a belief that I've had for a while and am still constantly working on undoing. But I want to take this opportunity to really unpack that, because I believe this is the belief, this is the core belief that is stopping people from embracing an allyship practice in a way that actually helps people. So I really want to break that down again, because right now what I'm seeing in the world is a bunch of people with a lot of energy, a lot of passion, a lot of love, compassion, wanting to do what we consider to be great, good work, but not actually making it there. And my evidence for this is just the stuff that I've seen in my life, the thing that my people of color, queer friends are experiencing, my people who are having experiences sort of abroad, just the set of people who are having discussions around needing allies are not self-reporting a lot of positive experiences. And yet I know a large number of people who want to be allies, who have good hearts, who are trying to show up the best they can, and there's something that's not matching. Now, 30 days of deep diving into this course, I'm even taking it again to really start honing my own allyship practice. I can say with certainty it's the belief that things have to be hard for us to want to do them. And I've made it kind of my life's mission to really rewrite that belief. Like, my Mastering the Game of Life program is really about making personal development fun. Allyship, as far as Mastering the Game of Allyship, it has sort of been around how do we center allyship as part of our personal development practice? How do we create sustainable systems so that we can show up every single day so that we can be an ally? How can we find the parts of ourselves that are getting in the way? And all of this is in the service of making it so that you will show up to allyship when given the opportunity, that you're constantly coming up with new ways to be an ally to people that you haven't even thought up yet, because maybe someday Black folk are going to no longer be the minority that has the most terrible things happen to them all the time, but human nature is going to have us always emerging new people who need help. And the allyship skills that we need to be developing need to be proactive, sustainable, and also fit any sort of context. So really getting rid of this concept that it has to be hard is really important. And that's really something that has kind of happened out of this container. I'm really excited for this, that people have moved into alignment with their core values. They've added allyship as part of their 10-year plan for what they're looking to do in their life, so that they're not feeling like they have to sabotage their current security to help other people. They're creating ways to sort of reclaim energy that they're using to push away parts of themselves that they don't want to engage with, so that they can divert that to being an ally. A lot of it is really great. But really, I just want to center it around one sort of shift. So if you're watching this video and you're interested in this material, I'm totally happy to explain this to you. Hop on a call, Facebook chat me. I'll put a link here so that you can go sign up if this is fascinating for you. But we need people to make the true choice to be allies. Now, some people are saying, I make the choice to be an ally every single day. Every time I see something terrible, I choose to be an ally and I go do the thing. And I don't want to take that away from you, but true choices are something that we talk about in Mastering the Game of Allyship, and they are key to resolving that belief that allyship has to be hard, because a true choice is made for the fun of it. A true choice is made because you would just enjoy to have it. Now compare that to the way that many people are making decisions to be allies. So many people are doing it out of guilt, out of a feeling of, I'm a bad person and I need to fix it somehow. Or even, I'm in a better position than someone and it is my duty to go save them. There's all sorts of beliefs, and we even talk about that. There's a set of limiting beliefs that people bring into decisions that make them not true choices. Let me know if this sounds familiar to you. Like, I'm a bad ally because I am not perfect. I've not done everything that I consider to be allyship perfectly correct, and thus I am bad. I'm not ready to be an ally. Oh, I see that there's this thing called allyship that I should be doing, but I gotta get a little bit more training. I gotta work on some things. I gotta figure some stuff out. And then I'll be able to be an ally. I'm not good enough. Well, I'm not good enough of a person to be an ally. Only really good people can be an ally, but I stole something when I was 10 years old, so I'm clearly a bad person. And maybe there's this thing called great allyship, but I can only do mediocre allyship because I'm not good enough. Well, I'm insignificant. I'm just me. I can't make a meaningful difference. And if I can't make a meaningful difference, I don't want to do anything. So when we live life making goals, making choices, trying to attach our identities to anything that connect with these limiting beliefs, we are not making a true choice. Because really, it's the only way to make a true choice is to do it out of just pure pleasure, just because it's fun, just because it's interesting. And there are certain topics that we don't allow ourselves to make true choices about, and allyship is one of them. So if this is all you get out of this video, I really want you to sit and think for a couple of minutes on, like, why is being an ally important to you? Now in this container, we help you develop like a vision of a future of you being an ally. I try to tell people, like, imagine two futures. The one future where somehow humans figure everything out, we stop being terrible to each other, and we don't need any allies. How would you like to have acted on your way to that future? And let's say vice versa, you die before humanity gets any better, and in fact, let's say humanity gets worse. What world would you want it to have resided in or created for others, knowing that that was the outcome? Now, these exercises are both imaginative exercises, because to make a true choice is really to tap into a creative choice. When you look into the future and you look into that imaginative space and you decide, here's what I consider to be good, something that is fun and beautiful and that I would just choose if it were offered at the supermarket. If I could just pay for it and just have it, I'd pick it up, not because I should or shouldn't or anything, but just like, oh, it's there and I want it and I can afford it and I can have it. When we treat allyship as anything but that type of choice, it suddenly becomes this huge, laborious, awful thing that we have to do. So much of mastering the game of allyship is really just bringing you into a practice so that every day you can make the true choice of showing up as an ally, so that you actually get the benefits, you actually develop the skill sets so that you can be significant, so that you can be at least good enough for the person who's going to receive your allyship, so that you can show up as ready every single day knowing that all you have to do is take the next step. You can kind of see where I'm going with this. So the paradox of allyship is not that allyship is hard, but that for it to feel meaningful to us, we need to believe that it's hard, and that the actual challenge, the actual main mindset shift is, how do I, as Wendell, as you, tap into your deep core truths, values, who you want to be as a person, and how do you be an ally to that person for other people? How do you give 100% to yourself and your future and your vision of how you want the world to be, and have it include being someone who shows up for people who need help? Now, that's what we're doing in Mastering the Game of Allyship. I'm actually working on the second level of it, hard at work. What I want to offer you guys who are watching this video is the sort of early bird discount. The cool thing about the program is that it was very successful. People are having really amazing transformations. I'm pivoting to making this my full-time job, which means actually I need to increase the price so that the people that are coming are ones who are really committed to the work and are going to really move out into the world and provide these transformations. So I've got an early bird discount. You can find that again in the link and the information, so that you can get this course, which you can take at your own pace. I know previously I pitched it as a 30-day course. This is really a choose your own adventure. This is really let this unfold as you need to. We've got the communities, and that's going to be our main accountability structure. And I'll reach out to you every so often just to make sure that you're continuing to consume the material, but we really want you to take this at your time. The people who've had the best success were the ones who were able to show up every day in an authentic way and not feel like they needed to rush through it. We're going to offer that for $150, and that will allow you to actually get access to the updated version, any updates in perpetuity. So long as you're a student of the program, I will add you to new programs as I keep developing them. But after September 1, the price is going to go up to $600. So this is really now the chance to sign up on it. Even if you don't start it right away, I highly recommend you start it right away. But just to be able to get on this price, because this is pretty much the last time that I'm going to offer it like this, as I start expanding it and really trying to get it in front of as many people as possible, this is my allyship practice, is to develop this material and really help people do that inner work so that they can show up in the outer world in a way that feels fun and meaningful and tapped into flow. So if you've been feeling stuck with your relationship to allyship, if you've been struggling with this paradox of things need to be hard for me to do something that feels meaningful, if you're feeling like you just want to be a part of a community of folk who are doing this work, highly recommend that you sign up at the link below. And I'm really excited to work with you on this. And again, if right now it's not a full embodied yes, if you're not saying, heck yes, I'm really ready to do that, that's okay. What I would ask you to do, and hopefully this is also a full embodied yes, is go ahead and share this to your communities. Again, for me, getting this in front of as many people as possible, even just this concept of true choice, even if people never go into the container and take the training, I'd love them just to reconcile with that idea of we don't need to suffer to do work that's meaningful. Now, it might happen on the way to doing the meaningful work. We might experience pain, but we should be doing it for that reason. So if you don't want to take the course, totally fine. Totally reach out to your people. Keep this conversation having, even if you just bring this up with them, that is enough, and I'll feel like I have done what I'm supposed to do on this planet. So thank you so much, and look forward to seeing all of you inside the course.